So in ripple carry adder, so the every full order cell has to wait for the incoming carry before an outgoing carry has to be generated. So one way to get around this is linear dependency is to anticipate both possible value of the carry input and evaluate the result of the both possibility in advance. Once there is real value of the incoming carry is known, the correct result is easily selected with the help of simple mux stages. So the implement of this idea is called as carry select adder. So consider the block of adder. So here I have added 8 ones with the 1 000 1 000. So this I have split into A0 to A3 and A4 to A7. So here if you see this point that is A3 value. So in the A3 I have generated the carry as 1. So previously I have calculated the values for in the left hand side you see what will be the answer if the since the from the C3 value I have uh, the carry value is 1, I have already calculated that value. So if it is 0 also I have already calculated the value. So this will be given to a mux stage. So based on this carry C3 value I have select either the two values, right? So this
So
is
for the 12-bit carry select adder, so this is a block diagram. So you can see it starts from A0 to A3. So the critical delay, the worst case delay for this one is to generate the C3, the carry bit. So for that one, it will take n into T carry. So that is a critical path for this one. Okay. So you can see the carry select added um, this one, right? Since I have predicted the C3 value now, you can see I have uh, calculated the C3 value. Only the C3 value, based on the C3 value only, I can select these two values, right? So I can select if it is 0, I can select this one. If it is 1, I can select this one. Okay, so this is a block diagram that I have given. So based on the value of C3, using this 5 mux, I can select the value, and so it is ranging from A4 to A7, right? The input bits. Similarly, this C7 value, right? If this is C3 means this is C7 value. So this C7 value will predict the value of C out. Okay, so I can write the total critical path that is equal to 4T carry. So if the time taken for this to generate this ripple carry error is 4T carry means during that time itself these four ripple carry adder will get performed, right? So that only I have written it as T critical is equal to 4T carry plus these muxes plus these muxes. Okay, T mux plus T mux. Okay, so I can write T critical is equal to 4T carry plus 2T mux. That is equal to K T carry. K represent the number of inputs for the first block. Okay, that is this one. Okay, so here the K represent 4 and N represent 12 bit. So 12 divided by 4 minus 1 is 2 T mux. So this is a formula.
select adder. So the red line represent the critical path. So if you see, you can see you have a T setup and either 0 carry or 1 carry will be selected. So for that one you require M into T carry, and here M represent 4 bit, and totally I have this is nothing but a 16-bit adder. So I have split it into 4 bits. So n is equal to 4 bit. So you can see I have used 4 muxes, so I can write it as n by m into t mux, okay, plus t sum if I want to calculate the critical path for the sum. So here I can set the t setup, t sum, t mux as a fixed delay that is equal to 2 nanosecond, and n is nothing but a total number of bits, that is 16 bit, and m is equal to total number of bits per stage, that is 4 bits, and t carry is equal to delay of the carry through a single full adder cell. Here the propagation delay of the adder, that is t critical, is linearly proportional to n. So you can see the equation. So that is why it is called as linear carry select adder. So the reason for the linear behavior is that the block select signal that selects between 0 and 1 solutions, still it has to ripple through all the stage in the worst case. Let us now discuss about the carry root, square root carry select adder. So in order to optimize the above circuit, we have to consider to reduce the critical timing path first. So for that, let us take that 16-bit linear carry select adder. Assume the full adder and the mux cell has an identical propagation delay equal to a normalized value to 1. So this is a block diagram of square root carry select adder for 11-bit adder. Okay. So here I have selected the first 2-bit, okay, and next one also 2-bit, that is A0 to A1 first and A2 to A3. Next I'm going to add one more bit. Okay, so first block is 2, second block also 2, third block is 3, fourth block is 4, and it will go on. So I can write n is equal to k plus k plus k plus 1 plus k plus 2. So if the n value is 11 bit, so k is equal to 2, you can substitute the formula, you will get the answer LHS equal to RHS. So for the 16 means n is equal to k plus up to k plus 3. So I can write n is equal to k plus 1 up to k plus p minus 2, where p is the last block bit. So here, since it is 11-bit adder, for here the p value is the last bit, that is equal to 4 for the 11-bit adder. Okay, so I can write this formula, n is equal to pk plus 1 plus 2 plus p minus 2. Here the k value is equal to 2 and the p value is equal to 4. So I can write 11 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1 plus 2, that is equal to 11. So LHS is equal to RHS. So we know that 1 plus 2 plus up to p is equal to p into p plus 1 divided by 2. So here it is written as 1 plus 2 plus up to p minus 2. So instead of p, I am going to substitute p minus 2 into p minus 1 divided by 2. So you substitute in this formula. So n is equal to pk plus p minus 2 into p minus 1 divided by 2. Since p value is greater than k and p value is greater than 2, you can write n is equal to pk plus p square divided by 2. And since p value is greater than k, I can further reduce the values. So that n is equal to p square by 2. From this I can write p is equal to root of 2n. So since the value of n is equal to 11, if you substitute in the value of p, so you will get p is equal to 4.69. I approximated it to 4. So my critical path, t critical is equal to t sum plus n t carry plus root of 2n minus 1 into t sum, t mux. So if you substitute, you will get t sum plus n t carry is 11 t carry plus 3 t mux is required. So if you compare means for larger value of n, the t critical value is about constant. Okay, so for smaller values of n, the T critical values is same compared to the ripple carry adder and carry lookalike adder. But if we go for the larger values, the T critical values very less. So this is the advantage of carry select adder.
So in the book, they have written it as like this. Here you can see it is ranging from 0 to 1, and A2 to A4, and A5 to A8, and A9 to A13. So it is here in the input bin, you have 2 bits. In the second block, you have 3 bits and 4 bits, 5 bits, and it will goes on. So I can now write this square root data. That is here you can see if it is the k values 2 here, right? So I can write n is equal to k plus, here k value is 2, k plus 1 plus k plus 2, and it will goes on up to k plus p minus 1, right? So I can write this one as equal to kp plus p into p minus 1 divided by 2. Okay. So this is equal to kp plus p square divided by 2. Okay. Since the p is greater than 1. So here p represents the last stage, right? Since also the p is greater than k, I can write this is equal to p square divided by 2, and therefore 2n is equal to p square. So p is equal to root of 2n. Okay, so I can write this t add. Okay, that is t critical worst case delay, that is equal to k times t carry plus this is similar to that of linear carry adder into root of 2 power n t max plus t sum. Okay, so if I add t setup, I will get here also I am having t setup, so I can write plus t setup. Okay, so here n values nothing but so if the n values and see if the n values so if the n value is 11, okay, so the p value is nothing but 4.